Okay, so I'm facing a Vayne and a Rakam. They're two low-range champs, so I haven't done this in a while since last season, but I used to go Aerie into low-range matchups because I would use auto attacks really early and get a lead. It doesn't scale as well as any of the other runes, but you can get a significant lead in like the level 1 to 3 area before first back. But if you don't make use of it and get a kill before first back, it's probably not that great compared to like Comet. But it's also nice because you can't dodge it. Like every time you hit like a Q, you're just getting a free Aerie proc, and every time you auto, you get a free Aerie proc. And it has a really low cooldown because the cooldown is you can see like this little Aerie thing that flies off you to the enemy, and it comes back to you. And when you pick it up again, it comes back. So it's like a low cooldown. When you're auto attacking and walking towards them, you can keep picking it up and throwing it out a lot. AoE, bad baba. The heck?
Minions have spawned.
Greedy for a boy. Too greedy.
Lot of good mages out there. None of them are this. Ha! Are you not intrigued?
Where is NEEKO? I saw NEEKO by the river. Everyone knows NEEKO likes rivers.
See, I got one Aerie proc off there. And now I'll go for another Aerie proc. 2 Aerie procs. I've already done 18 damage. There's a third Aerie proc. So I've already done as much as a Comet would have done level 1 in Aerie procs. It's good into these matchups where you're playing a melee support with a low range carry.
NEEKO, teach you a lesson.
There's another Aerie proc. There's another Aerie proc. We've done 55 damage. Ooh, that last auto with an Aerie proc at the Vayne. Real close stuff.
What to do now?
Nidalee in her jungle somewhere. I think we can just catch her out here.
Have picnic.
Maybe not. Have you played Rammus, your highest master score, and what do you think of him? I'm not really a fan of Rammus. I don't think he's terrible, I just don't like the champ design. I think it's kind of boring.
You are in trouble.
There's another Aerie proc. We've done 94 damage already. I'm telling you, it adds up. It's quite a bit. There's another Aerie proc. I don't think I got one in that one. No Aerie proc in that one. There's an Aerie proc, though.
How can anybody make it? Home is all around. Rising danger.
Bet you guys are sick of me saying it, but, you know, there's a few Aerie procs. Is this last game? Maybe. And we've done 151 damage so far with it. And we got first blood. Well, not first blood, but we got a solo kill in lane. It adds up, I'm telling you. Like I said, it's not really worth it if you don't get the first kill in a solo kill in your lane, but
Has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Survival means blending in.
I didn't know where Nidalee was. And I didn't know she was so low.
It's slowed down.
Oh, hell, you thought my auto attacks hurt with the freaking Aerie proc? Well, add on a freaking revolver onto that. My auto attack's about to hurt. I wonder if Aerie procs Scorch. It may have been worth taking Scorch with this, because if I can proc Scorch with auto attacks with Aerie, Scorch is probably a lot more worth because I can get way more damage with it. I should test though. Dude, what is this Nocturne doing, man? Like,
An ally has been slain.
he's doing Dragon while we're literally back. Nope. Pike was bought.
Vacation over. Back to work. NEEKO does not want to be. NEEKO is her own tribe now.
I was hoping Vayne was gonna be over there. That would have been Poggies.
If NEEKO knows you're showman,
That would have been Poggies if I just found the Vayne there. Hex Flash over, find her and kill her.
Blast him, Gauntlet.
this is very exciting. Everything is falling down.
So, when you got dressed this morning, was this what you were going for? Man,
I will.
digging this hair?
I will grow. I will. NEEKO.
There's this
Lot
thing
of
called
good
grooming.
mages out
You
there.
try it.
None of them are this.
No more Mr. Nice, NEEKO.
Alright, maybe we look for a play coming in a sec. Although I wish Ezreal didn't waste his ulti. Makes it a lot harder for us to get kills.
Do I feel as bad as I look? Yeah.
Shut down.
Oh wait, I don't have flash. I'm actually trolling. Dude, I was gonna eat flash there and I would have hit both of them. But I don't even have flash up. I'm actually trolling so hard. I E-flashed and I was like, wait, did I just like flash too late or something? And then it's like, oh wait, my flash is on cooldown. I'm trolling.
Do not be found.
Enemy double kill.
The Pike roam. he pinged us, but like,
NEEKO was out, but never down. No, Teo, we must be angry now. NEEKO is on her 4th Teo. NEEKO might have a thing for birds. NEEKO becomes NEEKO. What feels like
but if I don't miss that Q, maybe we actually carry there.
Is unstoppable. Enemy double kill.
This game's a feels bad game, TBH.
Everywhere. Huge mess. Had to find it all. Sharing memories, colors, feelings, magic. NEEKO cast magic on you.
Time for my dog fix. This is the last game though, year 9. I don't know if you're an NA or EU viewer, but I changed my stream schedule. I start 3 hours earlier and end 3 hours earlier, so it's more of a EU friendly time stream than NA now.
Everyone invited to fix it. Even enemies.
What do you think of Kale? I think she's not bad.
Final breath. Ooh, have picnic. Spirits are all around me. Warm, like hugs. Too late to be nice.
She's not bad, but she has to scale, so
How can anybody
that's always annoying.
He's all around.
Turret plating will soon fall.
Looking like
An
voices.
enemy has been slain.
Six getting
I destroyed a turret.
Feeling comes from inside, where the heart dances. Surviving.
Well, that's a huge shutdown that she just gave to us. Is Mira broken? I don't think she's broken.
Shut down. An ally has been slain.
People with no tails. Are they lonely? Yes.
Do I need some elite buffs? Nothing insane, just small patch? What do you mean? She's already OP. She's not getting buffs. I disagree with your statement completely.
NEEKO keeps a tiny bit of everybody's
An
shoma.
enemy has been slain.
Blue is not OP, she's squishy. How squishy you are is not the definition of how good a champ is.
It's fun to walk around in different skins. Told you to not get close. Why did you not listen? NEEKO is not going to be here when together.
An enemy has been slain.
The Uvi cat are gone. NEEKO are on top now.
You have slain an enemy.
He flashed to get the kill on me. Not too bad. Lily's crappy in low elo, high elo, she's broken AF. That's just because she's not very, doesn't do anything early game. In low elo, you want to play stuff that does stuff in the early game, mostly. It's the same thing you asked me how Kale is. It's like the same thing, right? In low elo, it's like she's not the greatest because she doesn't do anything in the early game. And if the enemy team has like a Smurf who's just like stomping the early game, you're not going to be able to win because you're playing Kale. Same stuff, you know?
If NEEKO knows your shoma, NEEKO knows you.
Thank you for the bits.
I will learn. I will grow. I will NEEKO. Do not be bound to a single body. There are so many more.
Thank you for the bits. Is Kale the hardest scaler in the game? I think Kassadin is the hardest. But it's really just depends on the team comps. Like in certain team comps, one champion will strive more than the others. I'd definitely say that she's one of them.
Oh, Taylor, you must be angry now.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
NEEKO is on her fourth day. NEEKO might have a thing for birds. And bird people.
Get out of my flank, Becca Bow. Get out of my flank. I think Kale is just more inevitable, whereas you can really put Cass off if you shut him down enough. I don't know what games you're playing. A Kassadin can be like 0-4. He picks up like 1 or 2 kills in one team fight, and all of a sudden the game's over. I get what you're trying to say. You're off, have fun. I'd see Angela. I get what you're trying to say, but I don't know. I don't think you can really shut down a Cass that easily.
NEEKO becomes
It doesn't really
NEEKO.
matter. He gets levels and a kill, and he's just like huge.
Teach you a lesson. Sharing memories, colors, feelings, magic.
pogging out. Theoretically, Veigar, Nasus, Senna, Thresh are the hardest scalers. Again, not trying to just disagree, but like, for instance, Nasus doesn't scale that well. People think Nasus scales well because of his like damage scales forever, but he actually late game gets kited, and like the enemy team, like usually late game, he's really strong mid game usually. Usually by the late game, like the enemy team has defensive items and stuff, and the support has like items to help, and like he just gets really hard peeled. Like for instance, say this support gets like a Mikhail's, and Mikhail's is off his freaking Wither, and then like, you know, or like someone gets a QSS, right? It's just like eventually he gets defensive items, and he's not that great. He's more of a mid-game champ. He gets stacks in the early game, and then like mid-game he comes in and does stuff, but usually falls off really late. And also the late enemy team usually gets like armor shred and stuff late game, and they just kite him and kill him, right? Like imagine for instance like a Cassiopeia, right? And then like late game she gets like her she has her Leandries and her Void Staff, and now she just shreds him. But like in the mid game before she gets those items, she can't kill him fast enough, and he just runs her down. What about Garen? Garen doesn't scale at all. It's true that Nasus does like indefinitely scale in terms of damage, but that doesn't mean that he's like a good like scaling like late game champ. Do you think it'd be ever be permissible for an item to have a stun? One day I could see it eventually happening, but you know, if it doesn't happen on this new season where they're reworking items, then probably not for a while. When you're Nasus and they have Ashe, yes. I mean, I'm just saying, like, most ADCs also, they hit that power, like, mid-game, they get run over by him, but then eventually they hit that power spike item where they can now shred him.
Survival mode. Blending in. Everything's normal. Nothing suspicious. People with no
As soon as I saw that I was getting that Shen ulti, I just freaking E-flash in there and just Zhonya's. Do you think Cat deserved nerfs? Kind of. I don't think the nerfs hurt her that much. I think it was more of a Death Stance build nerf. It was just an AD nerf. It doesn't really hurt her that much. She only builds the Gunblade if she's going full AP, which doesn't hurt that much. It's when she builds Gunblade and Death Stance 2 items in a row, she becomes super obnoxious. Where she just like has so much lifesteal with those 2 items, and she gets like, it just like nerfs that build specifically. You know what I'm saying? In that build specifically, she gets 2 items that have AD back to back. If you're not going that build, the nerf's not that much.
NEEKO keeps a tiny bit of everybody's trauma. They are precious.
Because it was only to her AD. I don't think it's too bad. Like, if you have Death Stance and Gunblade, it nerfs it by like 25 damage per passive strike. Say you get like 4 of those off in a team fight, that's 100 damage, right? It's pretty sizable. But if you don't have Death Stance, then it's like half of that, right? Then it's like 50 damage if you get 4 of them off, which is a lot, right? So I think it's really mostly a nerf if there's if she gets the Death Stance build. And I think that's why they nerfed it that way, just to nerf that specific build. Randomly popped in your stream, great streamer, thank you. Appreciate that. Uh-oh, I got caught. My Zhonya's was on cooldown for another. Oh, they all die anyways. My Zhonya's was on cooldown for another 8 seconds and I got caught. Do you think Akali is good? I think she's kind of OP. I think anyone who mains her, she's OP. But if you don't one-trick pony her, it's like how like I one-trick pony NEEKO and I make her look OP, right? But if people don't one-trick pony her, they like suck and they just int, right? I think she's like that, except even more like heavily playstyle. Like if you one-trick pony her, she's OP as hell. But if you're just like trying to learn her, you play like, I don't know, under 100 games, you're probably just gonna be trash. She just has a huge skill ceiling, but I think she's OP as hell. She's like ridiculous, like 1v9 carry if she gets going.
NEEKO knows you. This is very exciting. Everything is falling down.
100 games on my champ and I still suck ass. 100 games isn't that much, to be honest, for mastering a champ. Like, it's a good start for sure, but it takes a lot more than 100 games to master a champ.
NEEKO.
A summoner has disconnected.
Oh no. Oh, nice. GG's. I play Kog'Maw and have bad habit of not